Hello, and welcome to this HelloID provisioning product release video for July 2023. HelloID provisioning is a 100% born-in-the-cloud, easy-to-configure and maintain user provisioning solution. It helps organizations to fully automate the user lifecycle management in the network by connecting the HR or SIS as a source system. Every change in this source is detected and processed into the network. No more worries about stale user accounts, accumulation of licenses or access rights, manual user management, or compliancy issues. Please note that in this video, we will only show the new functionality for the July 2023 release. Please go to docs.helloid.com or our YouTube channel for more videos. Let's get started. In this video, we'd like to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then demo the new functionalities for the July 2023 release. We have one new item in this release: PowerShell Notification System. With this release, we have the PowerShell Notification System available as a new feature, which allows us to create our own system used for sending custom notification types such as SMS, custom SMTP email relay, or maybe a ticket to an ITSM system, for example. Now let's start with a short demo of the new feature for this release. Let's show our new PowerShell Notification System. This is an extension to the previous release, in which we introduced the notification system overview, as we are showing over here, with a built-in system, of course. And we now have the ability to create our own system based on the PowerShell notification system. Let's navigate to Notifications, Systems. The built-in system is already there and will always be present, but we can create a new system of which we have already prepared 3 systems. Let's open up the configuration of one of the examples. In the General tab, we have the system name. You can specify the system name, an icon, and a description, and we have the toggle to run this system in the cloud or with an on-premise agent. In here, we have the custom system configuration, and in here we define the system configuration of this connector, which is being shown on the Configuration tab. If we go to the System Configurator, we have a few fields, and in here you can see the same as in the target or source connector for PowerShell, and some input variables that can be used inside the script. Once we go to the configuration, we can provide the input, and with this input we can execute commands on the PowerShell script. So we can build a connection to a system, and then deliver, in this case, a notification template. To go to the template configuration, we have a tab called Templates, and here you can configure a new template as well. We prepared 2 types of templates specifically for this ITSM system called Topdesk, in which you can configure a configuration for this template. On the right side, you can see the layout on which this template exists. It's based on some fields, and inside these fields, you can provide some input. The configuration is based on the same editor as the UI for the connector. In here, we have introduced some new fields. One of them is called the Disabled. With the Disabled, the value of the field cannot be changed from the UI component, so it's a fixed static value related to the rest of the template you're working on. Another one is the Hide. This is configured as being true and will not be shown in the template definition UI, but it can still contain a value. In this case, we called our field script flow-in, which we can provide a default value related to the type of template we are working with. So for this one, it will contain the value incidence, and if we switch over to the changes, you can see the configuration is the default value of the changes. So this template is basically a set of configurations and can be used in different scenarios, which we will show later on. Once we have our templates in place, the configuration setup, and we have a new button for the PowerShell script which handles the configuration of the system. If we go to the configuration, you can see that there is a preview in which we can select some types of templates that have been defined before. We can select a person to run the preview with, and in here we have a basic script. Now with this basic script, the magic will happen between the templates. When having a closer look at the action context, you can see that we have extended it with the template configuration. And inside the template configuration, the configuration of the template will be available. In this case, we defined a script flow component containing a hidden value for the type of template we are trying to send. So in this case, if it is equal to the incident, it will try to create an incident. If it's not equal to incident, the default will handle a change. Templates are optional and not mandatory, so we can configure a working script without a template. And in this case, when we configure a script without a template, the script will still work, but the template configuration will be empty. With the script of this template, we extended it with our previously introduced functionality of auto-completion. For example, to the variable action context, we can say we would like to open the configuration. This is the system configuration part of the connector. For the action context, we can also choose the template configuration in which the configured fields of a template will be available. This makes a difference because when executing an action, you can retrieve the values from the configuration, the general section, or, for example, configure fields from your template. To configure a template, we need to go to the configuration part. We had already split this section in the previous release, where we introduced the built-in notification system, and with this, we made some minor changes to this screen. For example, the notification system is shown in the overview. So you can see this template is related to a ticket of our newly created system for the top desk ITSM. Another change is that we edited the ordering of this screen. It used to be based on the ordering of an event, so it was all summoned by the event: create, enable, update. But we changed this to sort the overview in an alphabetical order of the name of the configuration. Another minor change, and this was done to make it more consistent to the introduction of the PowerShell notification system, is that we split the configuration of a template in multiple parts. First, the general section, which is based on the name of the template, the event of the system, and now we introduced which notification system is related to this typical event. In this case, we select the email part, and now you can see there is a new tab called Configuration. If we go to this Configuration tab, the general section of the configuration for an email setup has been moved to this tab. This will be equal to the PowerShell notification system. The message editor is still the same as before. Now, if we go back to the new template, it's the account create for our ITSM system. We have a configuration that has the same settings. It's the name of the template, an event for the system, and a notification system. But now you can see that we can also select which type of incidents we can use. This can also be empty because in this screen, the template is not mandatory as well, and the code behind it will still function as it used to, based on the script you provide. Let's open the incident and go to the configuration. In here, you can see the template which we defined before and which we can provide with data. All the fields are present, and in these fields, we can use the variables that even have the same fallback scenario as it was available in the built-in mail notifications. So once the person display name could not be resolved, you would get a fallback scenario of the string value person name. Once we switch over to the changes, you can see that a different set of configuration fields has been provided. So those are related to the template we are working in. Another item that is available for this system is the audit log. By default, you can see that the audit log records are available in the audit log tab. In this case, you can see a change or incident has been created successfully. You can see which type of notification with a template has been sent and for which user a notification has been triggered. Inside the script, we also have the ability to create your own audit log information. So please be aware to always return a valid state of the call or creation process of the incident as an audit log. A remark on this is that we have limited the number of configurations of these notifications to 1,000 items. And our last remark for this release is a breaking change related to the HelloID agent that should be updated and running to the latest version of the HelloID agent. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know if you have any additional questions. You can post your question in YouTube or send it to isupport@toolsforever.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive frequent updates about improvements and changes in HelloID. Have a wonderful day.